and at corporate level. If government releases certain sums as grants and encourages, we have 0.5% or 0.5% or something that we pay as education levy. We should ask where it is, because you can't see the result in the education. All the industries, we have a lot of money that we contribute to industrial training fund. It will be interesting to find out just where they are, because I've never gotten any refund. The key thing is this: if we combine, either we create an entrepreneurship fund, a charge, a contribution from government, or we ask the financial services sector as well to give a small percentage, which we aggregate to a lot together, to create a grant fund for proof of concept. And we have tested this out in Lagos, and I know that it works. We had a project which AGDC worked with Lagos State on. It's called Ignite Ideas. We asked people, submit your projects. We did training, we did evaluation, but you do not get more than 100,000 naira. For some of you, you're going to think that's small. No. When you need to prove your concept, you shouldn't prove your concept by breaking the bank. In case your concept has errors, in case your assumptions are wrong, in case you need to make amendments, in case you need to correct many things. And besides that, there are many small businesses that don't need more than that as capital to start. And I know that. When you do that, those that do not need more than that to continue to run will continue. There will be those concepts that will be proven, that you will see, if we give this money interest-free, anyhow we are structured to gather the money through any of the options. If we give this money interest-free, those that prove the concept and then need to scale up can be brought into low interest fee facilities that would help them to enhance further. Bank of Industry has all sorts of funds, but we still have the issue of collateral. How do you want a young man that's never worked before, whose mother or father lives in a one-bedroom house or in a flat, who owns no house, owns nothing? How do you want him to provide collateral? So obviously, the banks have a right to ask for it, but it's not a system that will work for what we need. So we need to find alternative solutions, either government in itself, who understand that it is a national emergency for us to raise entrepreneurs, collateralizes some of these funds and allows a lot of people to get started. Right now, I started a conversation, having an engagement with Bank of Industry on starting a 1 million new entrepreneur project. Someone asked me, why do you want to drive such large numbers when you know it's difficult for a lot of them to even pull themselves together, even from your test case that you've done in Lagos? Bottom line is, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 is not going to cut it. Where we are, we need an avalanche of businesses. And the reality is, some will fail. Reality. Some will succeed. But if we push and we drive on a national scale, state by state, identifying and recognizing what is the strength and the comparative advantage that exists in each state, empowering, educating, teaching, and allowing the grant to prove concept, we will come out with so many at the end of the day. And even the ones that will fail will learn lessons that can help them to succeed in the future. We have to consider it a cost of raising and delivering our nation from where we are. Because our future depends on our ability to empower, equip, and provide for our people. We have not shut the tap of childbirth in our nation. And when people are not busy, what happens? They have more children. So even the young men who do not have work will produce children because they're trying to keep themselves busy. All I am saying is the normal rules cannot be where we stay. We cannot look at the kind of MPL ratio that will come from giving that category of people the money. We must cut into our planning the level of losses that we know we will have, by understanding that out of that group, even if we come out with 50%, 500,000 new businesses out of the 1 million attempted, sit down and imagine. All I'm saying is, if you have 500,000 new businesses, the way I calculated the 1 million is 1 million new businesses that can engage 2 people. 2 people plus the entrepreneur, that's what? 3. 3 times 1 million is what? 3 million. Within 2 to 3 years, a business that can employ 2 people can move to 5 people. And that can move us to what? 5 million jobs. Some will beat those numbers. Some can stay average for a while. But bottom line is, you will have some major wins out of the process. The same way we provide money for road construction, which we need. The same way we provide money for different levels of infrastructure and social infrastructure projects. Entrepreneurship development is a social infrastructure project. And when you build 1 million businesses and you create jobs for 3 million people, they will pay taxes that will contribute to national income. They will contribute to economic growth because they will pay rent, they will buy food, they will pay for transportation, they will take services from the medical system. There will be a recycling within it. And some will emerge as national, regional, or global leaders, especially the tech guys. Their rate of growth is exponential whenever you have winners amongst them. It's the reason why venture capitalists know that if they invest in 10 or 20, they themselves know that all they need are to find 2 or 3 that are major winners. They will pay for all the other ones and the investments there. We need help, and we need it as a nation. We have the human capital, but we need to tweak our human capital for where our needs lie. We need to rejig, we need to re-educate, we need to re-empower our people. We also need to make sure that we don't build and destroy with policies. As of today, there are many businesses that are on sit-down look mode. Just simple policies that are causing problems. Why should I need to open a Form M to import raw materials for my factory, for which I have paid for, even if the item is now on the list of 41? It is not a banned item. It just says I cannot use central bank money. But if I can show evidence of my money and can pay for it, why do I need every single Form M to go all the way to the very top in order to get approved for me to ship my raw material in? Why will I need, because I'm in a business that is security related, why do I need to get a certification from the NSA's office that I need to get on a shipment by shipment basis, when in fact I receive a shipment a month, but one certification takes me 4 to 5 months to receive? So what am I supposed to be doing in the interim? What stops us from thinking efficiently? And if we're a verified, certified business in that segment with a track record of over 22 years, why will I not get an annual certification that allows me to cover my shipments within that period? Why must I know somebody at the very top and need to call somebody to get it? All I'm doing is business, creating value for my nation. Those systems cannot work. Why should I start a project in a part of the country under a particular government And if there's a change of government, I should be shaking.